What's going on, TubeYube? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. I'm wearing this for just a second because a couple streams ago, a bunch of people were into the 3D stuff I was printing, and this is the latest thing. So it's a Helldiver's helmet that I'm working on. It's a little bit small, it's a little bit tight, so I think I'm going to have to reprint another one. But I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. So if you want to see more 3D printed stuff, let me know. Let me know. But yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. Sliced into 4 pieces, taped together right now. And it would probably have to be like set up with magnets. But so far so good. But yeah, so that's that. Speaking of little helmet things you can wear, I want to give a quick shout out to the sponsor of today's stream and this project that I'm working on. And that would be Rococo. They sent me this head rig. I was getting ahead of myself. But they sent me this head rig for this project, so super dope. Great folks over there. Yo, I just realized that my music's not up. Let's turn up some music a little bit. There we go. Hey, what's up, Ark and Nick? Good to see you both here. Excited to have y'all. But yeah, if you're into VTubing, motion capture, animation, anything like that, definitely go check out Rococo. I have an affiliate link down below, and you can get this for yourself too. And this right here is way more comfortable than this. This right now, it's just hollow plastic. But this, nice and comfortable. It's got padding. You can adjust it perfectly to your head. This, not so much. But yeah, pretty cool stuff. All right, I'm a little off my game because it's been a little bit since we streamed. But today, what we're going to be doing, we're going to be jumping back into the Red Dead short. I'm not playing any games today because I really want to get this wrapped up and finished. So we're going to be working on the animation, but it's going to be pretty fun because we are going to be animating a drunk. So it's going to be a little goofy, a little silly. Animation probably won't take too long, and then maybe we'll do some cleanup animation, but I've been working pretty hard on this project to get it as close to done as possible. So this should be the last of the animation happening tonight, and I got to do the virtual camera and stuff, but we'll be getting really close with it here. So it's been super exciting. Thank you all for tuning in and being a part of it. Let me get my glasses back on so I can actually see chat, because I can't see anything when I'm wearing that helmet. Let's see here. Is the part where Arthur does a backflip. No Arthur doing a backflip. Not here, but we could certainly do that. Oh, and let's go, Ark, being a member for 2 months. Thank you so much, buddy. I mega appreciate that. You also got a new dinosaur. So if you become a member, you get little dinosaur stickers. And so you can see Ark right there. He just earned his 2-month dinosaur sticker. So pretty cool stuff. But all right, Red Dead $1 million. That's awesome. You are too kind. Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome into the chat. Let's go ahead and get this started. Well, here, let me load up Unreal real quick. I gotta open up the map. So, fun fact: the guy who plays the drunk in the Red Dead short is the same guy who played Jack Cooper in New Frontiers. So you get to see him again. Very different. He sounds different. He's playing a completely different character. But just had to work with it, man. So Justin Foster, love you, buddy. And so this will be exciting. You get to see more of his acting range because he's nothing like Jack Cooper in the short. he's a little more, But here, let's switch this over so you guys can see. Let's see, screen cap with cam. There we go. You guys still got music. Got music. You got set up. Cool. Maybe I'll move. Actually, I shouldn't really need to move my head too much, or at least on the camera. But all right, so we're in the scene. It's pretty brightened up right now, so I could just see the stuff I was animating. So we have our characters over here. We're going to probably load the drunk into a pre-existing scene, and then I can just export the animation that we make for here. So there's two scenes that he's gonna have to be in. So we'll do scene 1, and then we'll do scene 2. Which, let me make sure, because I also need to have Oh, I got the two drunk takes right there. All right, so let's open up scene 1. Obadiah. That's this guy right here, played by Roger Tyler, who played Pyres in New Frontiers. So pretty cool stuff. But we're gonna be animating the drunk right over here. Probably gonna need to move him around, but it'll be good stuff. So, and in this, the sheriff is supposed to be gone. So let's just drag him in, just to get rid of him. There's quite a bit going on in this scene. We have dude holding a cigarette. This is actually going kind of slow. It has been a while since I've opened up this cinematic, so it might take it a second. There we go. It's because I was trying to open up the animation panel. There we go. There we go. All right. So this is getting pretty close, and I'm pretty excited. You know, I want to do the Red Dead project, but it's also, you know, I'm ready to move on to some other things. Try some more new things. This was good to get a new testing round and do some really high fidelity animation, but there's some more stuff that I want to do. I have more plans for more Titanfall stuff, so if you're into that, stay tuned. And some other great things. There's also, when it comes to streams, stay tuned because we have some pretty neat stuff in the works for next week is the plan. So exciting news dropping soon for a stream next week with another beloved Titanfall YouTuber that I think you guys will all really enjoy. If you can guess who it is, you can try and guess in the chat. If somebody gets it right, I'll let you know. But yeah, planning a pretty big stream with them, and that'll be happening next week, so we'll be announcing it soon. We're just finishing ironing out the details. It should be pretty good, and hopefully this is pretty close to done, so that as that comes around, we'll move into that. So I also want to change up my streaming schedule so I can do more animation on a stream, and then you know, have some other stuff. It's not York. No, I do want to stream with York at some point, but we haven't gotten those plans down just yet. Let's see here. All right, turn this off and render main pass. Delete that rig. And how close is this guy to the top? Oh, he's really close. All right, so let's drop in the facial animation for this guy as well as the audio for him. So that's going to be the drunk. This little thing. And this is like one of the main things I've been working on, is just making sure that like the motion capture and everything's really good. I recorded this motion capture last weekend, so it looks pretty darn good. Right there. Okay. And that's where I blink. Hey, what's up, Sod? Welcome. Excited to have you here. We're doing a little bit of animation for the rest of my Red Dead Redemption 2 short to catch you up on negative 100 social credit. Yeet. Why is there no drunk man passed out? Hey, we're working on it. He passes out in the scene. But this is what Jack Cooper from New Frontier sounds like as a drunk.
She wouldn't even know a rattlesnake if you put her on the lip. That's why I've got more brains than anyone in this goddamn town.
That's me falling over. So we got the face synced up, and then we'll sync up the body. So that can come up short.
Nope.
Also, so if you're here, you'd probably appreciate this. I got this 3D printed Helldivers helmet that just came off the printer like literally midday while I was at work. So pretty happy with how it turned out. It is a little bit small for my head, so I think I need to print it with some different parts, but me and my wife might like do a joint cosplay, and she can use this one because it fits her better, and then I'll probably make another one. But I'm pretty stoked on how it came out. Y'all got me pretty fired up on one of the streams about doing a Titanfall cosplay. And I really want to do a Holopilot at some point, but it's hard to find files, and I tried to make my own on the stream, but it just wasn't in the stars, wasn't coming together just because the game files were kind of rough to work with. But the Helldivers one is turning out pretty solid, so I'm pretty excited about that. I got a Star Wars one that I'm doing for a buddy of mine, but I figured you'd appreciate it. Hey, Barker must have got Cooper liquored up. Hey, yo. What's up, Team Spyglass? That's right. So this is a combination of Jack Cooper and my face. It's pretty good, pretty good. All right, so you gotta add this guy's that body and his scene one. And so then this is the motion capture using the new pipeline, which is also exciting. So we'll find that same place where it syncs. So it's got a clap right there. What a frame. What a frame that is. So that's the face, this is the body. Okay, so for context, because nobody really ever saw this part for New Frontiers, he's hitting a jig. Yeah, I'll show you the true. Here, wait. I posted it as a little thing on YouTube Shorts, but I also have it in my in the Discord. So this is one of the so basically when we do a project in the Discord, people who are working on that project, we have them in a little chat together just so we can like share updates and stuff. So there's a fun little jig here. From a little test animation I did. So Jack Cooper really hits it. He hits the bottle and he hits the dance floor pretty hard. But we were having some fun with that. But, all right, so let's get this guy animated. But this is what I want to talk about. So all of New Frontiers was recorded this way, and it's how I recorded this motion capture. The other motion capture we did for the Red Dead short was actually the actors, so it didn't like they were able to do everything themselves. I did have them like clap like on a 3, 2, 1 action, but the way we did New Frontiers, because everybody recorded it over Discord, all the body motion capture was done secondary. So it was all lined up like this with the same set of beeps that I used for motion capture to make sure that everything gets synced. So I edited the entire series with these like beeps in there, and then when we were recording the motion capture, we'd like play back the scenes and do this for each character. So there was a lot that went into it, but this is like exactly what all of New Frontiers looked like, just repeated. There were 92 scenes in New Frontiers, so 92 times however many characters were in a scene, we had to do this clapping, and that's if the motion capture worked on the scene. So there are hundreds upon hundreds. I think there was a total of like 1,060 something motion capture assets for New Frontiers. But so this is what it looks like. So it's just that. I did the motion capture for the drunk because Justin Foster doesn't live near me, but then like I acted it out doing a face mocap just based off of his delivery, which I did wearing the good old Rococo head rig, and I was also using the Smart Suit Pro, but it's in my closet so you can't see it right now. But like throw this on your head, throw a phone in there, and you're rocking and rolling. So that's how we recorded this take.
She wouldn't even know.
And then that. So I'm gonna shorten this audio to just get rid of that gunshot, because that was kind of supposed to be a cue for me. And we need to time this up when this character makes a specific action. Oh, did his cigarette go away? His cigarette is floating above his mouth. That's not good. Like I said, it's been a while since I've opened this sequence. Okay, so Drunk is kind of supposed to show up right after this, kind of as he points the gun, because he's supposed to spook this guy. So then he kind of pops out.
She wouldn't even know a rattlesnake if you put her on the lip. That's why I've got more brains than anyone in this goddamn town.
And down he goes. And I fell. I almost hit my head on my desk. That's why I like catch myself at the end right there. But it's good. That's good. That's good. So I'm wondering if I have him just kind of stumble out of this building or the one beyond it. Probably just going to do this building for proximity case, because that's already a bit of a ways from our main character there. So I'm going to move this over, and we'll take our Drunk, and let's reposition his body. Rotate it right about like that. And push him back. That's looking right about like a good area. Then like here it's like just a lot of lining up. I wonder if it's going to be easier just to have him like already on the ground, because like he kind of is a shock character, but he can also just kind of like stumble up to this point. And then him falling on the ground doesn't need to be like super. Yeah, maybe you can just like kind of bust through the door like that. Let's see, does his leg go back through the door? It does. Forward, let's go into unlit mode. Now we'll push more in front of the door and get his feet up. I feel like that's a pretty good position, and then we can animate the fall to feel a little bit better. And I'll kind of take that to like maybe like there, and we'll trim selection right and keep state. Cool. Cut out that first bit and edit, trim left. Alright, and now we can bake his animation down. So he'll probably need more lighting over there in the final thing, but yeah, this is just to kind of get a good base starting point. So I'm gonna go ahead and bake his animation so we can start animating on top of it. Oh, I forgot, he doesn't have a proper rig yet. Let's make him a quick. Well, actually, hold up. I am going to take a shot in the dark. What if I bake this to there's a specific control rig for this Ezekiel character, which he had the most rigs. I think it's this BMS. Yep. We'll give it a shot. Because if this works, it'll save time. But if it doesn't, we'll just fix it. But how's everybody doing? Good to have you all here. Good to be hanging out. Excited to be streaming again. What's everybody up to? Everybody have a good week? Any exciting stories? Let me know. Let me know. Is this going to be? It's not too long of a sequence. It's what? 1,000 frames? Something like that. Looks like it's frozen. We'll give it a good old-fashioned second. It might also not be responding super well to this guy's rig, but if it's not, we can... oh, there we go. If it doesn't work, we can make him a rig real fast. I went back to the same rigging method that I used for New Frontiers. Oh. See how it does. That is not it. So let's not do that. We'll build him a quick rig and retake it from there. All right. So let's save the sequence and back up. Oh, awesome! Yo. Well, I'll wait on that. I got some stuff to fill my shelves, so you can kind of see it back there. It's more Helldivers stuff, but I 3D printed some Helldivers for my wall. So I'll show you that here in a minute. I gotta quick create control rig. I'm not gonna spend a super ton of time making this, but for anybody who's interested, this is like a good quick and dirty way to make these. Let's see. Oh, that looks good. So if you create an item array and then new, add controls were selected. Now you have all the controls. Grab that, drag it out, create another array. Just make sure that these more or less line up. I usually just go to the first one, make sure it's good, and then go to the bottom one. Make sure those couple last ones match. And I just kind of assume that entire bone list matches. And then we're gonna get a, for each node, we're gonna plug in the array. We're gonna say at, nope. Where's the at node? Do I need to pull it off from here? I do. Okay. Alright, so at the for each of these bones, at this position, essentially. You take the index, plug it in, and then you take the element and you say get transform. And you take the transform and you set transform. And this is the simplest way to make a really quick and dirty control rig. So now I can grab these controls and control the bones. It doesn't come with any fancy features, but it's a really quick way to do it. So we're gonna quick use it just to kind of create a handful of things we can grab onto. So I'm going to do a thick octagon, make it yellowish. We'll rotate it 90 degrees and scale it up by 3. Sure. We'll take those and set it to 4. And we'll take the hips and just to have it be a different color, we'll make it more white. No. Okay. Alright, so we'll have that in, and then we're going to grab everything down to the hand. We're just going to make those circles. For the sake of being on stream, we'll set them to 2, sure. We'll make his left side blue. We'll take all his hand bones and we'll turn them into solid or thick boxes. Set those to 0.25. Yeah, that should be fine. Right shoulder to right hand. Circle thick. We'll make that side maybe purple. And we'll set their size to 2. I'm not like super worried about doing a ton on this guy, like making him super detailed, because we're never gonna be like super close on him. And his animation isn't like terribly intricate. So we'll do the same for these. We'll do hexagons for his legs. Sizing them up by 3 maybe. Rotate them 90 degrees. And we'll make both his legs green. Alright, cool. That is our very quickly done rig. And then you just copy all these and you paste them. And you look up a backward solve. And you swap these positions. Hit compile, save. Validating asset, and then we'll be able to bake his animation to that rig because it's made for his bones. So we can filter by, and then we have it right here. So I'm gonna start that bake, and I will show you guys my my little Helldivers guys that I created. Oop, I got another box. This is the failed Helldivers helmet. My printer was having like a ton of problems, so I had to like completely take it apart and put it back together. Like you can see, there's just like a bunch of lines in there. I tried to print this one a little bit faster, but it just made like the integrity is way too weak. So it's kind of weak. It does fit like way better over my head. It's a little bit too big, as you can see. But yeah, this was a failed print, but it didn't use too much filament because I was doing it at a faster print setting. So my faster one, or my slower one, that had a lot more detail, came out way better. But I'll show you guys the little guys that I made. We'll take a quick momentary break because I kept getting comments about stuff not being on my shelves. So now I have stuff for my shelves. So I kind of have like this guy who's like kind of dead in the middle. Turned out pretty good. I hit them all with a gloss, so they'd be nice and shiny. Lots of washing and like retouch-ups. I made the horrible mistake. Don't ever, if you're like 3D printing and painting, don't ever paint something black if you're going to paint yellow on it. I had to do the yellow over by hand so many times, and it's kind of sloppy, but it's not too bad. But like it feels nice, and like the plastic is, turned out really good after wet sanding it and washing it a bunch. And then we have another one. It's kind of this Helldiver running. The way that the grenades turned out, I'm going to try and get it to go in focus. Get off my face. The way the grenades turned out right there, super, super cool. And then we got this guy who's like holding a... I'll block my face out again so the autofocus doesn't go on me. But he's holding the... like a bazooka. So they turned out super good. I'm pretty happy with the way they came together. And now I have a little something for my shelves. So I'll be building that out even more. I'm not going to go put them back right now. I'll just put them... I don't really have anywhere else to put them. I guess they'll go on my floor. They'll go on the floor next to the helmet that I printed. Next to my head rig. And all my other trash, my junk. Unity. I've only used it to convert a model to VR chat. So actually, we're working in Unreal Engine, maybe. But yeah, I mean, both are great programs. Which, by the way, if you're watching the stream, if you're not subscribed to Maven Bell, go check out their channel. Lots of great stuff over there. But, all right, so here we go. There we go. Our rig is working now. And it ends properly. So like this is gonna be like super easy to clean up because essentially the way that the new motion capture system works in Unreal is you can set things up to be 1-to-1 instead of like kind of obscure and off, which is super helpful. So we'll kind of go from where he starts. I'm just gonna add an additive track. Fix the fingers, kind of wrap them around the bottle a little bit more. But honestly, like this one is probably gonna go like super quick. His knuckles more like up there. This is what most animation is. Straightening fingers. If York was here, he would say, you know, just animate the fingers by hand. Which I do want to try more of. Not for this short. But maybe for some future stuff. But here, I'm just going. The motion capture, it looks good. This guy's also going to be seen from far away. And honestly, like, the Rococo Smart Gloves actually do a great job doing the finger motion capture. So let's kind of watch this.
I didn't even know a rattlesnake could put her on.
Fix his feet that are clipping, even though I don't think we'll ever see them. Yeah, it is very dangerous. I just showed off earlier this Helldiver's helmet that just came off of my printer today, and like it is extremely dangerous being able to print, you know, your own stuff. Me and my wife are like super stoked on getting back into it. It's been like tough since we moved. And after I moved, so what happened was I moved and then all of my filament, like just because we changed climates, because we moved somewhere where it was super dry to somewhere where it's fairly humid, and like all my filament was going bad. So I've just been printing like around the clock. And we showed a few of them on stream before, other than that box back there. But I also have some Titanfall ones that I had done a few months ago that are just, it's a lot of unfinished projects because I was doing them during New Frontiers and I didn't have time to finish them. But yeah, it's pretty fun, pretty exciting. But yes, very, very dangerous to just be able to be like, I want this, and then you can just print it, and then like you get, I love just the process of actually making it. So like the fact that the helmet came off of the printer and it looks good, like I'm so excited to like sand it down, put magnets in it, paint it, you know, get it all set. Super exciting stuff. Like I had mentioned, this one's a little bit small for my head, so it'll probably be for my wife. We'll probably do like a joint cosplay thing. But I have to print a larger one for myself. But I did learn a lot from printing this file and kind of how I have to split it up. But it's all fun stuff. And I love doing the little figurines too. They came out really, really good. All right. I keep getting distracted. Alright, so we're going to have the feet flatten out quite a bit. Because one thing with the Rococo motion captures, you always have to keep a foot planted. And if not like your entire foot, then at least your toe. So that's kind of why the toes bend up, is just so I could have, stayed on there. Or stayed up a little bit. Raise his arms just a bit. And we'll do the same to the right arm. And he goes forward. By the time he's on the ground, I'm gonna basically go to where the animation stops and kind of get him better positioned for the animation, because like I kind of picture this, because this is way more about this guy's animation, which I spent a ton of time on. So like the drunk is gonna kind of just fall out of frame, so I'm not too worried about making his like incredibly high fidelity. His can, just kind of be passable. And then when I do the virtual camera and stuff, if it needs more work, I can work on it then, but like I don't want to do more work than I have to if I know that he's gonna like fall out of frame essentially. And put him on the ground. Make sure the bottle's not clipping. I need to kind of bring his clavicle down. And bada bing, bada boom. This is going to get us pretty close. He can kind of catch himself with his arm. Just, there you go. What does his life come to? Tragic day. Fallout New Vegas. Pretty much. All right. Yeah, I think that's totally fine. So we'll also bake his face animation, because sometimes Unreal kind of jacks up the face. I don't even think his face has animation on it right now. Yeah, it turned off. So we'll do that as well. I'm just gonna bake it because I don't think it needs much more than that. So close that, take his face. And actually what I can do, this starts at frame 0, and it goes to frame, should I copy the frame number? So I have it for later, and I'm just gonna bake only where his face is. So then we don't have to wait too terribly long for it, because then we can do the other scene with the drunk. I don't plan on streaming for a super long time tonight. So this is already going a lot faster than I anticipated. It's just because the motion capture is so much cleaner. Like, to do this scene for New Frontiers would have taken me so many hours, because so much of it had to be tweaked by hand, and then it looked the way it did, which wasn't perfect. I'm still very proud of the way that New Frontiers turned out, but just the fact that out of the box it can look so much better now, crazy, makes me super stoked, because then I could just focus on we lost it. I'll go back to the camera. We'll see if it's saved. We'll see. He thinks the floor is tasty. I think he does. But man, now we gotta restart Unreal. Let's see. Oh, I'm faced with a recovery file. Let's see. Restore selected. The following asset could not be successfully checked out from the revision control. Well, we'll see how it went. Let's see. This control rig saved, so that's good. I'll open up the map. This might take a minute. But, yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out and watching. I love being able to stream these parts of the process. And, I mean, this is the real life. Crashes are way less fun. Oop, I opened the wrong map. Crashes are way less fun when you're like by yourself and it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. You just want to go to bed. It's like, I just got to finish this one last scene. And then everything crashes. That happened so many times with New Frontiers. I really wish I would have streamed more of that process, but I just wasn't doing the YouTube thing yet. Because like my channel was just still like whatever. I didn't have any plans for it, and then it just kind of blew up and I was like, oh. So let's see here, let's get this opened up. Hey Zombie Badger, thank you so much for coming out, hanging out. Much appreciated, and we will see you later. All right, so we're back. The only thing that saved was the retarget. It did not save our secondary animation. So we'll wait for the animation tab to open back up and we will fix that, which is just, you know, something that like I heard another artist say, I can't remember exactly from where, but they were essentially like, you know, when something like crashes or you have to redo something, like don't like lose your spirits, because chances are like you already know exactly what you want it to be, and you can probably do it. You can do it again, and you can probably do it better. So like here, you know, like having gone through this already, I just already kind of have an idea of what it's going to look like. And if there's anything that I can improve upon, I can do it at this stage. So it's not the end of the world. Like it was way less animation than some other things that I've lost. The battle scene, the end battle scene in New Frontiers, that like 30-minute battle scene, I lost so much animation over and over and over again. And then I eventually lost the entire, like, all the Unreal Engine projects. So it could have been much worse. Sometimes I get relieved when something fails because I already had a new idea after that. Yeah, that's another great point. You know, sometimes like you kind of wish you could go back and do something, and then it's like when you're kind of forced to, it's like, you know what? I'm gonna take that little bit of extra time, take it the rest of the way there, and make it something I'm a little bit happier with, a little bit more proud of. Absolutely, I get that. Patrolling emoji almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter. Sometimes. It's not all too bad. If I lost that final fight scene, I would have taken a very long walk to rethink my life. That would be devastating. Yeah, no, the moment I lost, so like, I'd already finished the animation, but when I was doing the VFX, so here, story time. So all the VFX in New Frontiers for episodes 1 through 4, I still had the Unreal projects. So I was able to go in and like export camera animation data so that I could like perfectly track things. I could perfectly track things in because it's in a 3D space. Because the camera is virtual, I can just export the data of it. And it's the same thing I'm going to do with this. Just all that data is going to be coming from real motion, but it's still all keyframes. But so with that, like going into episodes 5 and 6, I was like pretty stoked because I was like, yeah, like I'll just do the, the VFX the way that I have been, drop them in, and be good to go with the pre-baked camera animation. And like, there are shots like where like cameras are orbiting and they're doing all kinds of stuff, and I was like, won't be a problem. Then I lost all the Unreal projects because my computer died. And, I did have backups of the Unreal projects on hard drives, but they would have taken so long to open that I would have missed the deadline for New Frontiers. So all of episode 5 and all of episode 6, all the VFX that are done out of Unreal and in After Effects, they were all tracked 100% by hand. So every time you see an explosion, every time there's a gunshot or a blood splatter or the flamethrowers on the Titans, all of that was tracked by hand. And I finished episodes 1 through 5, and then episode 6 released the following Sunday because I released it over a week. I finished the VFX for New Frontiers that Saturday, and then Sunday morning I had the sound guy Rodrigo. He had already done the mix on the sound, so that was taken care of. So I color graded all of episode 6 Sunday morning. I had to export it, upscale it. I had to upscale it, color grade it, export it. It took like 4 or 5 hours to export, and then I had to watch it on double speed while it was uploading to YouTube just for like a quality check. And then 30 minutes before it went live, I was like, it's good. So that's the story of New Frontiers. I was working on it literally up to the last minute. It was pretty insane. But all right, so let's get back to animating this guy, which another fun fact for anybody who missed it in the beginning, the guy who voices the drunk in the Red Dead short is the same guy who voiced Jack Cooper. So Justin Foster came through again with another phenomenal performance, doing something wildly different. But all exciting stuff. These are the true stories of production. These are the things that they don't tell you. But we talk about them here on stream, because here we're learning all together, figuring it all out. Probably the thing that I'm most excited about for this YouTube channel, honestly, is just like, being able to take you guys along for the journey, so that as it happens, you can see everything. Is that a spy? Oh, that's his boot. Yeah, that's boot right there. And I thought live 2D rigging was a pain. Mad respect. Hey, live 2D rigging is still impressive. So don't count yourself short. That still takes a lot of skill. And you have to have it like work 100% of the time. Like, I've been having people like ask me like, oh, like I want to do something with you and like do it all like, live virtual production. And I'm like, separated into stages, like doing stuff live freaks me out. Both from like anything could go wrong standpoint, but also like, not having that processing time. Because like, in this case, the animation is secondary, so like I can process the facial animation and all that instead of doing it live, which the new Unreal stuff makes it that super fast. But yeah, like mad respect for doing like your rigs and everything live. I consider that to be mad impressive. I got another friend on YouTube who does a similar thing. Skoj Skull who does Monster Hunter content. He has like a live character that he does every single, I think twice a week. And I'm like, dude, that thing has to be robust for how much he has it do. It's pretty cool. All right. So he kind of clips through, probably because I pushed his body down a little bit. So we'll do a little funsy. We'll kind of do the secondary animation where his leg can kind of kick up in the air for a moment. His body can kind of start to crash forward a little bit more. And again, I had mentioned this before, but like we probably won't even see all the way down here, but it could be fun. So now he'll boop. Bro needs to come up for air a little bit. Oh, it's because the animation wasn't done. So he just he sinks right into the floor. So look at that. Fixed up. There we go. Yeah, you won't even be able to see him down there. But now you should just fall straight down. So before another crash happens, Command-Shift-S. Save. Gotta be out here saving. You should make a 3D streaming avatar. Be like us. You know, I have thought about it. I do plan on one of the like new things that I'm gonna roll out on the channel. Cause like for a little bit I was just kind of just doing what YouTube was telling me to do, because when you like join their paid partner program, they're like, you should do everything exactly like this, and it's like, oh sure, I guess. And then it's like it just wasn't working, vibing with my audience, and like it was way too much for me to be doing. Like I need to be focusing on the stuff that I want to do, like these shorts, which is why it's way easier to do it live. But one of the things I do want to do is like have a character on standby to be able to test things on, because that's one of the reasons that this Red Dead short has taken a little bit of time, is because I'm doing it. Sorry, I'm trying to read. There we go. I'm doing it, or I was testing rigs and stuff out on characters, and like, you know, a lot of stuff that I tried on this short didn't work out. A lot of stuff did work out. So it's like some wins, some losses, whatever. But I want to be able to have a character that can kind of be like a control point for me to test those things on, and then make videos like with that avatar to kind of be like, hey, like this is kind of the new thing that I'm trying out. And then like I can actually put them in like the scenes that I'm doing. So like the characters, like right now it's just a Titanfall model. So it's like my audience is pretty big on the Titanfall scene, so it's gonna, you know, be that. But I can put that character like into these scenes and just, you know, try different goofy silly stuff, provide updates on the actual things that I'm working on, but like have that character be available for me to test, you know, new tech and new rigs. So the next project that I plan on working on, like I'm gonna kind of completely flip the game on the animation pipeline and try some very different out there techniques that I'm pretty excited about. But this is looking pretty good. I'm going to take, I'm legit just gonna copy these lights, fixtures, and do those actually, are these lights animated? They are. Alright, so I'm not gonna copy those just yet, but I'll copy the fixtures. The actual bulbs inside them I'll leave alone. Oh, we're in animation mode. I need to go to selection mode. Duplicate. Just to have a little bit more of a justified light source. Which will probably also like moonlight this guy quite a bit. But we can just kind of see what he looks like in lighting, and then we'll move on to his other scene. But I just want to see how this looks in the dark. So we'll add a point light. We'll switch this over to lit mode. That's the real reason for this face. Bro just got hit with a flashbang. Let's see here. Can I go to orange? Okay. Set that to like 0.25. Set it a little bit more in here. And duplicate. And drag. I feel like I could probably turn down the attenuation radius and turn up the source radius so the shadows can be a little bit softer. We'll do the same on this other light. There we go, attenuation radius. Down. Source radius. Up. There we go. Now our lights are softer. Alright, so let's watch his animation, see how it turned out. First, we'll save again, and then we can check it out.
She wouldn't even know rattlesnake if you put her on the lip. That's why I've got more brains than anyone in this goddamn town.
So that's pretty much going to be his whole animation. Whoa, the sheriff lost his whole face. What is happening? But yeah, so when the drunk falls forward, like we're pretty much going to be like staring right down here. Kind of show you.
I've got more brains than anyone in this goddamn town.
Oh, totally missed the drunk. We'll go a little bit lower.
I've got more brains than anyone in this goddamn town.
It gives me a good point of reference because now I can see that his gun is like nowhere near pointed the right direction. So maybe we'll adjust that real quick too. Let's get rid of the sheriff. I don't know why his face is gone. He's supposed to be gone entirely. I don't know if that's like something that maybe towards the beginning needs to be fixed. But oh, there we go. Now he's completely gone. But here we go. When he pulls this out, we can point the gun directly at the drunk, so that we can see how off it is right now. Point at his general direction. And pull his arm back a little bit. And we'll check it at this keyframe. Here, I think it just needs to be his wrist. And last keyframe. At this point, the door needs to open, which I did separate the door, so that'll be a pretty easy fix. But I also need to figure out how I'm going to do this stuff inside. I might have to build another little mini set in here because it's just empty. But alright, so that's scene 1. We'll jump over to the second scene, do the animation on that, and then probably call it a night after that. But pretty exciting. We get to see the drunk once again. So let's see here. We'll probably do this. We'll do it on Obadiah's. It's pretty well lined up. I have to go for a walk before it gets too dark. Thank you for streaming. I thought I was subscribed to you, but it was my other account. So you got an extra subscriber from me. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Also, if anybody else is watching, go subscribe to Maven because they make great content as well. But enjoy your walk, and we'll catch you later. In the meantime, let's get to animating him on this side. Let's go through here. So the drum needs to interrupt right here. All right. And wait for it to load. Waiting on the load. It's gonna take a hot minute. Anybody want to play any games after this? I'd be down to play a couple rounds of something if anybody is interested. What's this round? Frame 3,463 in that area. But if anybody's down to play any games, I am down to hop on for a couple rounds. After I do this animation, which should be relatively quick because it's the same principle. Drum kind of interjects and then goes away. So here we need to add the drum's audio track so that it lines up somewhat. Audio and drunk. Take 2. And we'll add the animation.
Hey.
Oh, it's too late. Gotta have it earlier than that. There we go.
Hey, don't you know it's illegal to punch a lot, man? Oh, hey, Sheriff. That there little guy.
Wonderful, wonderful. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, that's Jack Cooper. That's Jack Cooper from New Frontiers. Justin Foster is an incredible voice actor. All right, let's get his animation. Yep, that's the one. Go same point. And sync the clap. There we go. And this is the one where he does he gets up and he dances. Because I was, a little bit tired. So we'll do all up until he starts to get up. Because that can settle in nicely. So we'll trim this selection to the right. We'll trim this selection to the right. We'll do a keep state for both of them. So when he goes on the ground, he stays on the ground. All right. And that needs to be right around here before the sheriff turns around. this is where he needs to say, hey.
Hey,
Well, I'll zero that audio for now.
hey, don't you know it's illegal to punch a lawman? Oh, hey, Sheriff, that there little gun.
Okay. And we'll move his character over here. You can kind of stomp through the flowers a little bit. And we'll rotate him more towards our hero characters over here. But let's be real, this guy is the real hero character. And we'll trim this. Well, actually, no. I'll bake that animation in just in case I need the hands to sync. So I'll trim it back from where the mocap starts. So trim left. And trim left. And just before this, we'll nuke him out of existence. So he just pops up. There we go. Alright, and we'll add a endpoint so we don't have to bake so far. And we'll bake my man's rig. So there we go. How's everybody doing? If you don't haven't drank any water, drink some water. Now would be a good time. I low-key don't even know what music is playing right now. The music is more so for y'all than for me. Ooh. Goodness, no wonder people are staying on the stream. That's a vibe right there. That's fun. I just, I have like a subscription to a music place for like everything that I post out on YouTube. So like I just chose a style and hit play. So that's where, you know, music brought to you by Artlist. Cool. Bro's baked to his control rig. And we'll do his face as well. We'll just create that real quick. Yeah, we're closing in here on the end. I do have some other work stuff that I need to do tonight, but we'll finish up this animation. Feeling pretty good about it. So this week I'm going to be able to do the virtual camera, and then hopefully render, and then next week, for next week's production stream, I'm hoping to do a little bit more of like the editing, or at least sound design or something. My hope is to get this pretty close to done, because next Friday is a pretty big stream. So I'll be streaming 2 days in a row, and Friday will be a big stream with a fellow YouTuber who does Titanfall content. So I think you guys will really enjoy that, but it'll definitely be gaming focused. Alright, so the nice thing about this guy being a drunk is I don't need to worry about his eye line. He can kind of drift, be wherever he wants, go where the wind takes him. I'm just gonna wrap his fingers around the bottle a little bit more. Oh, I thought I added... Oh, I did that for the face. I did do it for his body. Bro's he's had a night. Once again, I'm not super worried about like the hands being terribly accurate. His thumb is like actually like the location is off. So very rarely would I ever do that to a joint. But oh, because his thumb bone is like way up there. Sorry, I'm not used to this model in particular. This is the first time I actually touched this model. Because before I just retargeted the motion capture, made sure that worked. Alright, so he's kind of up there. We're going to swing his shoulders out just a hair. Nice. Alright, and we'll drop a keyframe and watch it back, see how it turned out.
Hey,
this one should be pretty late.
No, it's illegal to punch a.
So biggest thing is that this right foot is clipping a little bit. Not too bad because he is in the mud.
Oh man. Oh.
And the bottle kind of clips through him a little bit, so we'll just pull his elbow up.
Oh man.
And maybe his wrist, even more so.
To punch a lot, man. Oh.
Then here you can kind of straighten it back out.
Hey,
He's
Sheriff.
definitely spilling booze everywhere. I want to make a point for it to be a good point. That's the dad joke stream. Which I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was a fun stream. I had a good time. I just want to add a little bit more of a point there. And we'll take this whole rig, add another set of keyframes, and then have them drop down. Alright, here we go. Straighten this guy out. Anything, any questions you guys have? We're getting pretty close to done here, so I want to make sure if there's anybody watching who has any questions or anything. You know, more than happy to answer those, or if you're just here to hang out, that's cool too. If you're vibing to the music. And once again, we're just gonna kinda, this guy's just, it's sad. He's fallen from grace. Go. I was not holding a bottle for this, but like it totally worked. But I was was not about to faceplant in my office. So that's why I caught myself, because I didn't have crash pads. In New Frontiers, I used my couch cushions for so many stunts. Ooh. Bro clips right into the ground. Get them fixed up. I'm excited to build better rigs. That's something I need to do more of. And for my next project, it's like up there on the list of things I want to be doing. Because this is like just not the way to do it. But it works. This is how I did all of New Frontiers, was with a rig like this. He's going right into the daisies. And he's out. That leg goes a little bit wild. that ain't looking. That don't look healthy. Let's undo that. Fix it up. Okay, so maybe we don't go so crazy with his leg. Oh no, now his toe is. Yeah, not a good look. Alright. That's feeling way better. I know there's a little bit of clipping there, but once again, unless the camera sees it, I don't care. So once I do the virtual camera, that'll inform a lot more. Let's watch this bit with the lights, the lighting. Bounce into lit mode, which oh, I didn't animate it for this scene. Well, I guess I gotta probably keep that as consistent as I can. Let me close this one and open this one. I gotta see what time I had the sunset for, because it changes throughout the day. So it's at 600 and it goes to 6. I'm not gonna copy that value. What about 6:30? That's what that would be. So save. And we'll open up the sequence that we were just working on. And we'll add the ultra dynamic sky. Oh, I forgot I had the weather in here too. I might turn that back on. I was trying some different things. But I think I might render this in real time, which means I can turn the weather on. Let's see here. Where is it here? Oh, time of day. So 600 to at 6:30. post-process volume and just turn the exposure down. This is where it's actually going to be. And then we're going to watch our animation, see how it turned out. So, here we go. And the big reveal.
Hey, don't you know it's illegal to punch a lot, man? Oh, hey, Sheriff. That there little guy in the punch here.
K.O. he's he's so far gone. Damn, that's good. That's good. Looks good to me. Ooh, look at that detail. All right, so that looks and feels pretty good. Let's turn on a little bit of weather. Let's see here, ultra dynamic weather. Let's hit the snow one. It's gonna start snowing. It's snowing. Oh, it's a Christmas miracle. Tiny Tim is gonna live forever. Alright, we got some snow. Just a little bit. Get a little bit of that Christmas vibe. Alright. Cool. Well, we got this animated. Our characters are all animated. I'll probably do one more pass. I have to do the virtual camera anyways, but then I'll do a pass. Render out these scenes, and then once these scenes are rendered, I'll be able to go into the edit, VFX, stuff like that. But should be much shorter on that end, so I'm super excited. Very, very close to done. But for everybody who has watched this far or is still watching, thank you so much for taking the time. I mega appreciate it. If you want to consider becoming a member, feel free to do so. It really helps support the channel and for me to be able to do more of this. But if not, enjoy the free content, because I'm going to be putting that out as well. One last huge shout out to Rococo for sending me the head rig for this project. Super exciting, super great. And maybe I'll have an update on these 3D prints next stream. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out, taking the time. And next week's going to be a big stream week, so we'll be doing a normal stream as well as a gaming stream, so stay tuned for that. But with that, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful evening, and I will catch you later.